Tales from the Squad Car, Stories of Cops. /Tales from the Squad Car. Prosecutor, police takedown by door. I'm in court doing routine felony pleas, with some people getting sentenced to prison. Generally not that long. Split sentences of a few months with 5 years probation. But there are some long sentences. Sentencing is very structured and the public defenders are generally competent in the county, so defendants know what is generally going to happen within a couple months of confinement margin of error. Even without a plea deal. One defendant was antsy and you could see he was ready to flee. He gets sentenced to a couple of months with felony probation following and he bolts. The bailiff radios and runs after him. He could possibly get out of the courtroom but not out of the building. So no need for a taser. I then see the bailiff hesitate and slow down. I then see why. There are 2 doors that open to the courtroom. One is almost always locked and people use the second beside it. This guy's full sprint at the locked door. He hits the door and gets knocked out. No taser or takedown needed. Just a locked door. Suspect, high score. On my drive home in a 35 miles per hour zone, there's one of those signs that shows you how fast you're going. It's at the bottom of a small hill with some businesses off to the side that are closed because it's late. No one is around. And as I get close to this sign and see the numbers start to pop up, I think, wow, wouldn't it be fun to see how fast I can get this to go? Because I am what one would call a giant fucking moron. It passes 40. It passes 45. And as I'm passing this sign with all my windows down, I literally yell, 49 with just entirely too much enthusiasm. It's not even 2 seconds later that the cop that I definitely did not see in that dark parking lot pulls out behind me. I am fucking crying, I am laughing so hard, trying to compose myself when he comes up to my window. Behind the flashlight I think I can see the faintest hint of a shit-eating grin. Him? You know why I pulled you over? Me? I have an idea. Him? And what is that? Me? Probably how fast I was going. Him? Yeah. Was that your high score or something? You're making this too easy. I could hear you from over there. Yes, I got a ticket. But I also got some amazing parting words. Roll up your windows next time. Okay? TLDR. Don't shout that you're going 14 over directly to a cop on accident, you dummy. Ride along. Yesterday I witnessed police brutality. I was riding during day shift with an officer yesterday, and after having finished our little patrol at the beach he took a sharp right, hoped the curb and drove on the grass just before slamming on the brakes. He jumps out of the car and runs towards a young couple to ask them, "Mind if I do a couple rallies with one of you?" Grabs the female's tennis racket that she offered him and starts rallying with the guy. Poor guy, the officer's forehand was straight up police brutality. He never stood a chance. Running all over the place. Equipment and keys jingling along. And here I was on the side chatting with this lovely lady while she was almost crying because she was laughing so hard. Told me she would have the best story at the next family reunion. Yesterday was an awesome day. Officer, well, that happened. I was out getting lunch earlier today and a random guy walked up to me and pointed to his shoes. "Hey officer. I just bought these shoes from a drug dealer." I stared at him, confused. He continued. "I don't know what they were laced with, but I've been tripping all day." He walked away silently after that. I swear I am not making this up. Officer, rape victim turned suspect. I was dispatched to a rape and was told the victim was naked walking on the street. I get there and another officer was already talking to the victim, who was fully clothed. I jump in to talk to her while the first officer goes to the store where the incident occurred. I asked the victim what happened and she said she was pleading the fifth. She then changed her mind and started telling me a store employee from a donation store across the street thought she was stealing, so he detained her and grabbed cash out of her pockets. She was wearing booty shorts and her pockets could barely fit a quarter. She continued with her story saying he pulled her shorts down, took her clothes, and money, etc. I asked how she got her clothes back and she changes her story up. She starts rambling how she's a good person and would never steal, etc. etc. My partner radios me to arrest her and bring her back to the incident location. I didn't. When I get there, my partner tells me to talk to the manager and try not to laugh. The store manager, the female, stole a bunch of items and ran out. The manager followed and got the items back from the female. She starts yelling rape and gets butt-ass naked. Runs around the parking lot for a bit. And then runs back into the store. She gets kicked out again, and as she was leaving she asked a guy if he wanted to have good time. She goes outside and bangs on the window with her shoe screaming random stuff. All of that was caught on camera and I saw part of it. The manager printed a picture of the female butt-ass naked for some reason to give to me. That got tagged into evidence real quick. And yes, she was arrested. Suspect: I'm an idiot. So about 10 minutes ago I pulled up to what at first looked like a car wreck. Multiple deputies, EMS and a car on each side of the road. So I slow down and stop, expecting to have to back up. I waited about 2 or 3 minutes until it dawned on me it was a roadblock. Of course they figured I was drunk. When asked if I had been drinking I said the truth. No, I'm just stupid. Still had to get out and do a field sobriety test. And the shocking results are I'm just an idiot. Leo, your bratty 14-year-old doesn't need a taser. A 911 call came in. Passerby in the projects reports a teenage girl with a taser threatening people. As soon as I pull up I can see the crowd from outside the gate. I'm expecting a little brat with a handheld stun. After I get through the crowd, I see one teenage female who'd been tased on the ground crying with a cartridge beside her. There was an adult male on top of another teenage female with an empty taser, putting in work. Going between drive, stunning her in the face, pounding on the back of her head. It takes me 4 IP guys, and probably 1/3 of the projects to stop this beatdown. We pull the guy off, detain him, then detain the 2 girls. After investigating, it turned out the girl who was getting her ass kicked showed up in the projects with a taser, actively seeking out another female who she went to school with, tasing her, the beating on her. Super pissed off dad of the girl getting beat on came out, gave an educational beatdown and then some. Dad plead guilty to misdemeanor battery. Taser teen went over her 100 pints in youth court, got 10-day psychiatric treatment and 160 days of intensive probation.